Hello and welcome to One Pan Nan. I'm Nan Kelley, and I'm so glad you're with us on this episode because we're sticking close to home here in Nashville, and we're going to cook with a lady who is just about one of my favorite singers in this town. Jamie O'Neal is our guest today. And today we're going to hang out with her in her own kitchen, and we're going to cook a one-pan dish that I know you're going to love. So let's go say hey. Griffey and Chelsea and Diego.
You're getting the whole welcoming committee.
Good to see you, Jamie.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
All the times that we've gotten to hang out together, we've never cooked together.
I know.
Wine.
Oh my goodness.
Wine for the chef.
She knows me well.
Little Sauvignon.
Little something, something.
Something in there. Oh, speaking of something, what are we cooking today?
We are cooking chicken stroganoff.
Yum.
Do you like stroganoff?
Oh, yeah.
It's a little bit of a different twist on this one.
That sour cream and wine in it.
Sour cream, vino. Well, what happens is we drink a little, put a little in the sauce, drink a little. Exactly.
Let's get busy.
Let's go.
Where did you get this recipe?
I thought you were going to say, now where'd you get this pan? This one pan that you own in the whole house. This recipe is an ex-boyfriend many, many moons ago. He made beef stroganoff. And I just happen to like chicken a lot better than beef, unless I'm just eating a steak or something. So I wanted to have chicken stroganoff, and I kind of made up and changed my own recipe a little bit. It still has red wine in it, but it's cooked and put over rice instead of noodles.
Let's see, what do we do? What do we do first?
We're gonna go ahead and put this on and get going here.
You like cooking with gas?
I do.
That's the deal.
Well, I have to make sure, you know, with me that I don't like bend over and set something on fire, you know, like the bra, the hair, the sleeves, everything's always hanging down.
No.
We'll get into that later. We'll talk about that stuff later.
So you got a little garlic in the pan?
We got a bunch of garlic, minced garlic. A lot of garlic goes in this with some olive oil, and these are the onions. We're gonna brown the onions first.
Okay. Now, growing up, was your mom a good cook?
Well, you know, I grew up on the road in an RV, barreling down the highway. And when we weren't playing at fairs and festivals, we were staying at KUA campgrounds and plugging into a generator. So my mom did the best she could, and I have to say she was quite a good cook.
How do you balance? I mean, you've got Aaliyah and Rodney, you've got a studio, you're CEO of a record label, you've got your own recording career and your own touring career. How do you, I mean, is there a secret to keeping all that in check?
You know, I think really just because I've been doing the same thing I'm doing now since I was a kid, you know, I mean, not being a mom and everything, but I've always been on the road and had a lot of dogs, and I've always enjoyed working with my family. And I think the important key for me is having family around, you know, whether it's my dad, my husband, you know, we all work together, and I've been that way since I was a kid. It's just everybody helps out, and you kind of become a jack of all trades. You know, you do everything that you have to do to keep all the wheels in motion.
Yeah.
You know.
I was filling in for Bill Cody on WSM the other day. Guess who I spun?
Your friend? Your buddy and pal? What'd you play?
Wide Awake, the new single from the record Eternal. Yep.
Thank you.
Whose idea was the video for Wide Awake?
You know, it was my dad's idea, and I have to say my dad comes up with some great ideas, and he'll wake up and just say, you know, this is what I'm envisioning, you know, just go with me, just go with me. And so I said, okay, Dad, I'm just going to kind of hand the reins over to you and let you do whatever you think. And I think you really sense just how annoying Rodney's snoring is nightly, and that even the dogs get woken up.
Based on a true story about sleeping with a snoring man. All the songs in the album, except for Wide Awake, are classics.
Yeah.
What prompted you to do an album with all the classics like that?
For me, number one, I wanted to get back to the roots of something that reminds me of why I love country music so much, the roots of country music, and my favorite singers like Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, you know, Larry Gatlin, and then I did some kind of obscure songs on there too that are just, you know, purely self-indulgent, but I think people will love, you know, the Bruce Coburn song, One Day I Walk, is just one of my favorite songs. It really moves me. And then songs like The Sweetest Thing that I feel like are classics that'll be around forever. Juice Newton. are songs that when I was a teenager really affected me and I kind of carried with me. And one day I'm going to record this song. It's one of my favorites.
Well, you have to have a great singer to do that vocal. I mean, Juice Newton,
oh,
that iconic.
She made it sound easy, and it is not an easy song to sing.
Did you make it sound very easy?
Well, you are sweet. I'm going to put the chicken on.
You ready for the chicken?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
So what, this is chicken tenderloins, we just cut them up.
Tenderloins, just the strips, and just cut them up into small pieces, which we've done expertly, I might admit. Expertly. I think I may need some more olive oil, don't you think? It's
I think a little bit,
looking a little burnt here.
Yeah. Now, how long
we don't want to mess this up on camera, Nan. I mean, we don't have ingredients to start over. I just realized that. I should have told you get double of everything. I may screw this up. Seriously.
So one of my favorite movies is Bridget Jones' Diary. And I was watching the film, and I did not know what I'm about to tell you. And the scene where Renee Zellweger is laying on the couch, she's all distraught, she's all forlorn, feeling sorry for herself. She's watching TV in her little flat in London, and she starts singing to All By Myself, which comes on television. The All By Myself voice, hers.
It was a great opportunity. I got to go to the premiere and meet the cast, and what a great movie.
Really?
What a great soundtrack.
Am I making you work too hard?
No,
I'm
just making sure that I'm, oh, okay.
Anytime.
Oh, there you go. Here? There you go, see me, because you're more experienced than I am.
I am not.
I'm going to sit over here and sip, and you're going to do this. So if it gets burned, it's your fault, man. I love the idea of it being your fault.
Well, no, I just don't want you to burn your little pretty flouncy sleeve
well, not
there.
to mention this fabulous prototype.
Yes, don't burn the prototype, because we only have one. So why did you choose to make this with rice as opposed to noodles? I mean, what was the story behind that?
Well, it's less messy. You know how noodles are. They can be a messy meal.
True, And
I think I just love the idea of the rice soaking up the sauce. Better, you know, the noodles, the sauce kind of more sits on top, but with rice, it really does soak in.
Moving on to the sour cream. Okay.
And butter. I'm going to say, I'm going to start with half a stick, but we may go up to the whole stick. I know.
We're getting dangerous here.
This is 0-calorie butter, y'all. Brand new on the market. This is why I don't make it that much, this recipe, because I really don't know the calorie content.
And we
but
probably
it could
don't
be
want
up there.
to.
We don't want to know, do we now?
No,
we want to just enjoy.
Let's just melt that butter.
I'm having the dickens of a time opening up this white pepper, which, by the way, this is a real Australian thing. White pepper is so big in Australia, they put it on everything. And I mean, for me, I did not want to change.
Sorry. Okay.
I did not want to change the recipe by switching to black pepper, but white pepper is a lot spicier. Have you tried it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in for a nasal awakening. Let's just say that. Do not breathe the white pepper. It's spicy. Did you just? You did not just try that by itself.
I did.
Have you lost your mind? No, you want to put that in the sauce, but you really don't want to eat the white pepper by itself. It's worse than Tabasco.
I'll wipe the rest of it on my apron. Okay,
and this calls for a lot of salt.
You just eyeball the little white pepper.
Well, I eyeball everything. And it's gotten me into some trouble before.
Shall we
go ahead and put some sour cream in?
How much sour cream do you want me to put in there?
I would just start lobbing it in, like at least half of that, because you never know. You might be moving into that second one in a minute. I don't know.
Lobbing it in there.
Lobbing it in,
Don't
sister.
you love our technical terms?
I know, right?
All right, so people say don't wash the mushrooms. Some say wash the mushrooms. Some say brush. Some say don't brush. Some say wipe. Some say don't wipe. You say peel.
I say peel the mushrooms, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. I wish I knew. It could be the fact that we know where the fertilizer comes from, and the fact that you're getting that fertilizer off, and you're really, really getting it off. I mean, probably better than you would if you just washed it. It just...
And it's
you
fun.
know, it's kind of therapeutic.
I was just about to say, it's cathartic.
Weird? It's like, yeah, and especially if you're by yourself, it's like this sense, nonsense kind of an activity.
Good veggie exfoliation.
It really is. I did try the sugar scrub on these mushrooms once. It was bad, and I went through so much exfoliant, it was very expensive. And now, you know, we've peeled them and exfoliated them. We're gonna go wash them on top of this. So these things are going to be clean. They are really good. They're the cleanest mushrooms in town at my house, right here.
And then a little light moisturizer for smoothing, wrinkle smoothing. Okay, let's go wash the mushrooms. Okay, so we've exfoliated the mushrooms. They're all dewy.
We've dried them off.
Very youthful looking. They're like little babies' butts.
They really are, yeah.
Patted them off. And we're slicing the mushrooms now. And you're standing there with a bottle of vino.
This is ready to put into the sauce. So far we have the butter, then the sour cream. Now we're doing red wine, which I kind of do. Just put a little bit in, then stir it up. See how we go. And turn it up, yeah, because we want it to thicken. Okay. We want it to keep simmering.
All right. Charlie plays guitar with Jamie and has on the road for years and years.
I think he needs exfoliating. I think he does. I mean, you know how we both go to Carla Retief Skincare Center, and
Let's get our doctor's plug in there. Buff RX.
Buff RX all the way, and these mushrooms have been Buff RX, but Charlie, he needs to be buffed.
He needs to be buffed.
Yeah.
He'll say he thought he
slapped,
was.
Frankly, slapped.
You know, working with your spouse can be challenging. You and your spouse work together. You have the Grotto recording studio, which is here. And so you have a business there. You know, you're recording and producing together all the time.
Right.
He goes on the road with you. He sings harmony, plays on the road with you. He runs everything while it's out there. How do you do that?
Well, he doesn't run everything while it's out there. He's like, no way, I don't want to be in charge. No, but he does. He plays a mean guitar. He's got an awesome voice.
He's a great guy.
He's a great engineer. Working with the husband is a challenge. I'm sure he finds working with the wife a challenge too. But I think as long as you're having a good time, you know, I think if you love what you do, then you can do it side by side and have a good time. But if either one of you doesn't like what you're doing, then I think, you know, it's time to do something else. And you know, being in the music business is just, it has its shares of ups and downs, so you can each other, instead of trying to figure out where the other one's coming from at the end of their day, you know exactly what they've been through.
Sure.
You know, so there's that connection there, I think, that kind of keeps you close and keeps you laughing for sure when things go wrong.
Does this need to cook down a little bit?
Kind of stirring from across.
To get the reach.
You know, I mean, we need to see when the mushrooms are shrinking that it's ready.
Okay, we're gonna let this cook down.
When there's shrinkage, the dish is ready.
And I will press pause
it's
on
really
that.
The only time that shrinkage
and step away from the pot.
I don't know if you want to keep that in, but you're welcome to.
All right, gal, I think, or do you think it's ready?
I think it's ready.
Chicken stroganoff. Never had it before. I'm so excited. May I serve you, please?
Yes. No, you go first.
You think?
I want you to try it. I'm so excited.
Right.
I want you to like it.
So we've got a little
I'll
rice.
be able to tell by your face if you don't like it now.
I'm gonna love it. Did I do the rice okay?
Yes, I think you did.
No crunchies.
Sure you don't need some more? You don't need a bigger plate because it's got to soak up these exfoliated mushrooms. Okay, here we go.
Yum. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Testing time.
You can always salt and pepper it after too.
No, I need to get a bite that has every bit of it.
I don't think you got chicken.
Oh.
Okay. Get the chicken.
Okay.
Liking? What are you laughing at?
That's so, because Griffey moaned at the moment. That is delicious. That is so good.
You know, it's so good that Griffin knew it was good without even trying it.
Griffey, this is all mine, baby. You can't have it.
Telepathic dog.
That's delicious.
Good.
Okay, we're going to sit down and eat and drink and have a great night. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for
You're
having me.
You're such a sweetheart.
You're so sweet.
Thank you for putting up with my husband all these years.
Oh, I know.
Do you need him some more? I can send him out on the road with you.
Yeah. No, that's all right. He can hang with you in the kitchen, I think.
Gosh, that's good. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Manja.